Hey everyone, it's Dr. LaTracy, and I am doing a pop up. This is for the Enough Already book launch with author and speaker Tonia Myers from Myers Ultimate Living. I limit, no, huh?
Myers Ultimate Life.
Oh Lord, I just gave y'all a whole different. See, that's strange. I'm just raggedy. I'm just so raggedy, and I know the business. That forgive me.
That's it. We are talking about ultimate living now. So
Oh,
we'll roll it all together.
we're gonna roll it up.
Yes.
Yes, yes, all of it. Have you guys ever been at a stage where you're just like, you know what, enough already? Life stinks. Kids acting up. Money's funny. I just don't feel like being an adult today. I just don't. It's just one of those days. I know I have DR period in front of my name, but I just don't feel adequate, and I'm listening to the words in my head that I'm not good enough, or those extra rolls that I have on the side. Not
Yes.
the rolls you
Love,
buy
the
at the
love, the
store.
love.
Yes, yes, they that plus sexy. Sometimes I just don't feel as if I'm enough because I have those extra love handles on the side, and it's too hot in the south to be wearing all them good spanks and stuff because it's gonna stop me from breathing, especially with hot flashes. But all of that to say, I am jumping on, and this was actually supposed to be a pre-recorded video, but 30 seconds before I pushed live, I told Tanya that we were going live instead of it being pre-recorded. One, because we're working on something. I'm a teacher, both spiritually and naturally, and I believe that when you have someone that is going to hold you accountable and that's going to push you, it doesn't matter how much time you give into the imposter syndrome, that you get to stay there, especially when you have people in your corner like myself. And so, whether I have been the one to pull her out or she's been the one to pull me out, her book has been transforming lives. And so, this is the time to share her book. Her book is also in the Black Authors Rock bookstore. She not only has her book, but she also has a workbook, and she has some outstanding things that are taking place. And I would like to introduce to some and to others Miss Tonia Myers.
Hello, hello. Thanks so much. And you guys, she is right. I was expecting pre-recorded. However, I'm enough already. So we're gonna roll with whatever we roll with, and we're gonna do it, right? We're
Yes.
gonna do it. When she said live, I didn't even realize that she was saying that's how I was just I'm all over the map today. And she said, I'm gonna go live. And I was like, oh, okay. No, she meant live, live. I was like, oh, we're going real live. All right, let me get ready.
Yes, yes, yes. I said, you know what? Your makeup is flawless. We've had storms in the south. That life has happened. All of that good stuff. But you just completed a 3-week profit course with Black Authors Rock, and so you're making strides. And I said, we might as well just go for what we know and make it happen. And so, for those who are watching, thank you so much for watching. Uh, we are we're here, right?
We're here. We're here.
And so I want you to tell the people who you are, what you do.
Okay, so as she stated before, my name is Tonia Myers. I live in the Birmingham, Alabama area. I'm married to a wonderful guy named Stephen Myers. So I am an author. I am a life coach. I have a full-time 9 to 5 job that I'm transitioning out of. So, we're working on that kind of stuff, and we believe in God that we can manifest the full transition from that 9 to 5 job, right? So I'm speaking it, I'm claiming it, and I'm doing all the steps. And this is part of one of the steps for manifestation, right? So I am an author. I authored a book, and then I started taking Dr. Tracy's profit class, the 3-week class, which is mindset, money, and manifestation. Those are the 3 stages that we went through, right? So then I was able to manifest a whole workbook to
Yes.
go along with my book. So now I have a workbook and we're working on me doing a workshop. So if you can't tell, I'm real excited about all the things because the class has been great for me. I can't speak for the rest of the people. I'm sure they'll say the same thing, but for Tonya, I went in wanting to get everything out of this class and manifest new things into my life. And I have been able to do so. So as a result of that, this is who I am. I'm an author. I am a workshop conductor. I am a facilitator. I am a speaker. I am all things great because I am what
Yeah.
enough already.
Awesome. So, do you guys know? Tanya went through the course twice.
Right.
So, it must have been some things that just resonated to her in order for her to go through the process twice and be here right where she needed to be.
Correct.
And I was just like, it's time for you to come out. You came to Biloxi and you did your book signing,
Correct.
and all hell broke loose.
It did. It did.
It did.
It did.
Yes.
Trying to get there, get things set up, but it's all good. It's all part of the process. It's all part of the story. It's all part of me, having the confidence to persevere and keep going in spite of because, on a spiritual note, the devil is here to put the snares in to stop us and to make us feel like, we can't do this, we're not supposed to do this isn't the will of God, because we confuse the will of God for our lives sometimes with being easy, something that's going to be easy. And it's not always easy to manifest what that will is for you. So to get to Biloxi for the book signing, it was first of all, let's just talk about how I was all over the map. I had the dates wrong. I was coming on Thursday. The signing wasn't until Saturday, but the Bible said, "Be you ready?" Right? So I was ready. I was ready to go. I called her Wednesday night, and I was like, "I'll be there tomorrow." She said, "Your event's not till Saturday." I said, "Oh, okay. Well, then I'll be there Friday." So you have to be willing to stick and move and change and adapt whenever things change. So yes, it was an event with getting onto the base because the bookstore is on the Kessler. Am I saying that right?
Keesler.
Keesler Air Force Base. So you just can't walk up and drive up on the base. So there's a whole process you have to go through to get on the base. We got through it though. We persevered, and I showed up. I showed up. I did my part.
Yes. Yes. She showed up. She made an impact. She sold lots of books, and it's still selling books. And one of our running jokes is making money while she sleeps.
Right. That's it. Make money while I
And
sleep.
so every book that is sold in the bookstore, she receives 75% of the proceeds, which we can't say we get from Amazon.
Right.
And
Right.
so when I purposely wait until I believe she's asleep and send the payment because that's our running joke. You make money while you sleep. So, a lot of people look at those obstacles and they look at your book title and they're like, why should I purchase your book? Enough already. What would you tell them?
So first of all, I would tell people because everybody suffers with insecurities and not being able to believe in themselves or believing that they're capable. Everybody, even Oprah Winfrey has those kind of issues where you have self doubt and you have negative self talk and all that kind of, no matter what you have accomplished. So I wanted to talk. I had those issues, right? So the book was birthed out of the fact that I was having those negative self talks. I was thinking that I wasn't enough. I had all kind of mental things going on in my head that were preventing me from feeling confident and moving forward. So I was able to, and I kept running into people who had the same issue, right? I kept running into people who had the same issue, and so part of my gift is I talk. We joke about it. I talk people off of ledges, right?
Mm-hmm.
You could be feeling like the glass is half empty. There's no silver lining, but I can find a silver lining for you. I can talk you out the ledge. I can tell you, no, the glass is half full. Or let's switch our perspective. Let's look at it a different way because it might not be the way we're feeling. Even like when you get text messages and stuff, and you're reading those black and white letters, and you're reading them from a point of defense. I can be like, well, let's change the perspective. Let's change how we're seeing it, so that is how the book was birthed, and that is how I wrote the book, and that's how even the workbook that I have and the workshop that I have, I'm going to help and aid people to be able to know how to use tools to overcome that self-talk, because the self-talk is going to come. Even Jesus, when he was on the cross, he's like, I don't want to do this, Lord, I don't want to do this, but if this be your will, so he had to, if this be your will, then I'll do it. But he had that negative self-talk, nobody want that, nobody want to do that. So the book helps with giving people tools and helping them to get a different perspective on what it is they're experiencing, what they're feeling, and all that kind of stuff. And that's the basis of how the book got started and why it's here today.
I love all of that. I do. I love all of that because, just like I mentioned in the beginning, we often think smaller of ourselves, no matter what the situation may be, no matter how many titles that we have, and yet we are here to be the light for other people. So those who are watching and those who will watch the replay, what are some of the self-doubts that you have? What are some of the insecurities that you have? And yeah, we know that they're intimate. Yeah, we know that we don't necessarily want to disclose that, but you're not by yourself. She just said everybody, even Oprah, has them. Yeah, I just told y'all about my extra love on the side, my plus this.
That was a big one for Oprah. Her weight was a huge
yes, one. Her weight was. I'm talking about, she even went through that Weight Watchers and stuff.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can't. I like to eat too much. But and then another running thing that we joke about is us as seasoned, mature women. We have these good whiskers up under here and gray hair in places that we don't want it to be. Mm-hmm.
Correct. Mm-hmm.
And so, that's an insecurity because, okay, for me, I'll just be honest. I'll be transparent. Nobody else doesn't have to be. I can wax in the morning, and by the afternoon, them jokers be popping in like like uninvited guests. Be like, hey, out there. And I'll be like, man, I'm so glad.
And they have the nerve to come in gray. So they're way with this pretty brown melanated skin, they pop all the way out, right? No matter how much I exfoliate. So I have to talk to myself and say, you know what, there's a message that has to go out because I'm enough already in spite of the whiskers. Now, if you get sidetracked by the whiskers, then we need to talk about some other stuff because you got excuses, you're a little shallow and you need to go a little deeper. But we can work with that.
Yeah, something else we got to talk about because I just believe that people need to know that they are enough, and you were sent here to share that with them.
Correct.
So you said that you have this workshop, and you also have a group on Facebook. What is your Facebook group?
Living the Ultimate Life with Tonia Myers. I'll send you the link, or make sure you have the link for that. But yes, I have a private group, and in the group, it's just a safe place to land that you can, you might be able to discuss some issues that you might be having, and I can help you with being able to, reframe that thought process. I can help you with resources if you're living in a certain area and you need like some type of therapy or something to help you out, because I keep my therapist on speed dial. And I suggest that everyone get a therapist and befriend that therapist because they can help you through a whole lot of stuff, especially when you're having self-doubt and you're trying to figure out how to work all these techniques and these tools and stuff that I'm talking about. So if you need resources like that, I can help you with that in the group. We can answer questions, we can talk, we can laugh. I am very, very, very transparent. I do not embarrass easily. So, even you can pretty much talk about any kind of thing. I know Dr. LaTracy laughs at me because some of the stuff I say, I just feel like I probably shouldn't have said that.
No filter to that.
But I don't, I'm human. So, and everybody has human stuff, and we're just gonna get that level of transparency with me and in our group. So the group is, it's a fun group. We're starting up, and to go with the book and stuff. So we'll drop the link in, and then we'll go from there. be friends.
There you go. I need you guys to understand that in the midst of this pandemic, a lot of times our minds played tricks on us.
Oh yeah,
Because we didn't have a lot of people to talk to because we were stuck in the house, right? And
yeah,
even now that people are getting vaccinated, you feel a little bit easier to go out or have events and do different things like that. And yes, the bookstores are open. Uh, but even in the midst of all of that, sometimes you deal with the self doubt of, mm, life is happening. Life stinks. It is what
lonely,
it is.
all of that. Yeah,
And so I need you to understand how important it is for you to know that you're not by yourself. You don't
yeah,
have to stay in the bed. You don't have to go through that depression. And even if you are dealing with those things, that's okay. Um, you're not by yourself. And so this book can assist you with building your confidence. It can assist you with building, you know, the you know the entire life journey. Because
correct.
if you if you don't think that you can do it, mm-mm, you won't. I'm just being honest. If you don't think that you will, you won't. And so this book alone actually transpired. Hey, it actually transpired right before our eyes. The workbook, everything. We were at the book signing, and individuals saw themselves needing that assistance with self talk,
Right.
and they purchased the book and the workbook, and they were like, "Wait a minute, wait, I need this. Oh no, I don't want to take a picture because imperfections. We all
Right.
are,
Right.
have some imperfections." And so um, it was just great to be able to see how a book can transform someone's life, and not only that person's life, but also it can transform yours. So, those who are watching, we had asked the question, what is some of your insecurities or some of the things that you um, feel that you are not enough of? Because we want you to know that you're not by yourself. And so we want to ask that question and have a little dialogue. And while we're waiting on your responses, Tanya, can you tell the people about your workbook?
Yeah, so the workbook, let me show you a picture of my workbook. I don't know if you guys can see it. It's called the Enough Already Journey, and it's 21 days of life-changing tips and techniques to set you up for success. So in the workbook, we go through there's journaling exercises, and you can get a lot of stuff that's on the inside that you're suppressed, and you can get that out through journaling. And you can go back and read your journal from times past to see how far you've grown and how far you've come. There's also mirror work that we do in there that I walk you through how to do this mirror work. And the mirror work is just simply you talking to yourself, and you're telling yourself certain things. You're affirming to yourself like that I am enough, that I am great, that I am wonderful, that I'm amazing. And it will feel weird in the beginning. It kind of does. It feels weird. However, it does work. And if you keep on doing it, it does work. And you'll start to hear yourself say certain things. When you get in a certain situation, you'll hear yourself say some of the affirmations that'll keep you going and keep you moving and things like that. So that's part of the whole thing is I am reprogramming a mindset. So we're working about getting our mindset together. So we have to reprogram our mindset so that we can keep going, we can keep moving, we can, push through what we know is an untruth. So that's really what the workbook is, and that's what the workshop is. The workshop is going to be designed for me to help you with your 21-day journey. We're going 3 weeks. We're going to get through it, and we're gonna get it. I'm going to help you walk through this whole entire process, so you won't be alone. If you have questions and stuff like that, we'll be able to help you because I want all of us. It's my desire. It's my heart's goal that everybody, especially the people that look like me, be successful and have good self confidence and are able to move forward in life and move. And because we're not what they say we are. we're not what people say we are. And I want us to know that, believe that. I was in an abusive relationship before, and that guy used to tell me all kind of crazy stuff. Now, the good thing is, this is the good thing for me. I was single a long time before I got married the first time. So I had accomplished a whole lot of stuff. So when he started telling me all this crazy stuff, it was not resonating with what I had already done. So I was kind of able to, like I kept saying to myself, this doesn't feel right. And I don't think I'm supposed to be there. But I can understand how people can get trapped and get stuck in relationships like that, especially when every day you're being, it's just being drilled into you that you are less than worthy of something. So the book kind of helps women with that kind of stuff. If you have esteem issues because some person was being just mean, for the lack of a better word, and chipping away at your self-esteem. Sometimes your jobs can chip away at your self-esteem because they never tell you that you did a wonderful job, that you were great, this was awesome, but they are quick to tell you all the things that you're not doing right. So you get to working on this job and you start thinking, "Oh, I don't do nothing right." But baby, you more than that. You're more than that. That job is just something that you're doing right now. And I need you to know that you're more than that. I need you to be able to tell yourself that, hey, I'm more than this. I am better than this. I'm bigger than this. I am not what these people keep labeling me. I mean, I think about it. We're Gideon. You go back to the Bible where Gideon was in the threshing wheat and the thing, right? And the angel said, you a mighty man of valor. Gideon's like, I'm a punk. I'm hiding in the I'm hiding in a
Right.
wine press, and I'm over here threshing wheat that I'm supposed to be doing out there. But because I'm scared, I'm in here. And you talking about I'm a man of valor? I'm scared. I'm a scaredy cat. But that angel was affirming to him and telling him, "This is the person that you are. You are a man of valor." And I'm telling the women and the men that you are great. You are greatness. The Bible says greater works. So we have greater works that we're supposed to do, and that we're supposed to perform in the earth. And we're supposed to. Man, these people out here that's trying to say we're a bunch of thugs and all. The devil is a lie. I ain't no thug. I am not no thug. My husband not no thug. My kids not no thug, and even some of my cousins or whatever that might be a little sketch. That I will not allow you to put that title on them, right? Because they are enough. They just don't know it yet. They don't know it yet.
Right. Right.
So
They
I'm
have.
here to help them see. I'm here to talk to them, be like, no, baby, you are more than what they're saying. You are more. You are better than this. You are, bigger than this. So it's like the Willie Lynch letters. That was all divine for mind control and mindset control and all that kind of stuff. And so I'm here to undo the Willie Lynch stuff that happened back in the day
Okay.
with all of the mind control. And if I talk to you crazy enough from the room, then I'll let you believe that you are less than, right? But no, you are enough already. That's why I keep telling people, no, baby, you enough, you enough. So that's what the
Yeah.
workbook is there. The workbook is to help us work through that kind of stuff. Even if it feels a little weird, hey, I'm still enough. I'm amazing. I'm all the things that I'm about to say that I am, because I am. We know that, like, the devil comes to tell us things in their lies, right? He tells us stories. So we should automatically know when we hear some more negative, crazy stuff, that probably is not right. That's probably a lie. So I got to be the opposite of what that is. That I have to be the opposite of what that is. So we have to know that within our show enough that we are enough already, in spite of what it looks like, in spite of everything. That's what the
I love it.
enough already. And the book, this is another thing too. The book is so I wrote a book for the people who have short attention spans, right? So the book is not thick. The book is thin, because I want you to get to. I don't want a whole bunch of fluff. I go right into, this is what you need to do. This is probably how you was feeling. This is probably what somebody was saying about you. Da, 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 da. This is what you need to do. I don't put no whole bunch of fluff in here, because if you're feeling bad, you don't really want to or need a whole lot of extra fluff. So we go right into it, and it's small enough that when you do feel, after you've gone through it once, and you start feeling like, oh, I need to, because I even come back to it sometimes myself when I'm having a rough day. And I'm like, okay, let me see now. I'm stop, dropping, and rolling. Let me see what I'm supposed to do again. Just to remind myself that I need to stop the negative self-talk. I need to drop that thought, and I need to roll me a good new one into my mindset and into my mind, into my mouth, and just put that out in the atmosphere. Because we frame our worlds, we create our worlds with our words.
Yes.
So I can't talk a negative talk and expect that not to affect how my circumstances are or what's going on around me. So we talk about that in there too, and that's part of the mirror work. I have to start using my mouth. I'm teaching my kid, my son, he's 10, and he had a propensity to think negative. Like I said, we're gonna go on a cruise. Oh, the boat's gonna sink. I'm like, you not don't speak that over my cruise because my boat's not sinking.
Okay.
So we're
Right.
teaching him that words have consequences. So we'll be like, if he start down a path, I'm like, consequences, words have consequences, and so then he'll change his speech. So it starts even when they're young, like that 9 and 10. You teach them to change their speech and to form what they want with their words. If your thing is I want a Nintendo Switch, well, you need to start speaking that Nintendo Switch into the atmosphere. Even though I'm saying no, I'm not spending my money on that. You never know, babe. You never know. Your word might manifest itself and you get a Nintendo Switch. But if you keep saying my mama ain't gonna never give me no Nintendo Switch, she's not. You know, she's not because she spoke it. So that's one of the things I would say. The book is easy. It's her size too, because you can put it in your tote bag. Everybody carry a backpack now, and if you need to go back and look over some stuff just to rehash it, then that's what you can do. I suggest it heavily.
Yes. I remember the day my 17-year-old, who was working the bookstore, just started reading your book. And I didn't tell her to read the book, but she started reading it. And it was the day before the day that she had actually found out that she received the full tuition scholarship. But she kept saying in her mind why would they give it to her? Why would
Right,
it happen?
right,
And so she read the book, and she read the book in less than a shift. And
right.
so she read the book. She did a video interview, and because I asked her, I said, "Could you do a review?" And she was like, "Sure." So she did a video, and I shared it with you and your husband, and you got emotional. But then I thought about it. I said, for her to be 17
Mm-hmm.
and for her to have that impact, um, that is necessary. So whether you're 17 or you're 77,
Correct.
um, you have an opportunity to learn from this book, the workbook, the community on Facebook, as well as the coaching from Tanya. Please tell the people how they can reach you.
So on Facebook, I can be found my Myers Ultimate Life. That's my tag. Everywhere you go, I'm Myers Ultimate Life. So you can find me on Instagram on Myers Ultimate Life. You can find me on Facebook. I think it's on Myers Ultimate Life, or just might be Tonia Myers, and that's Tonia Myers, Myers, not Myers. You can find me there. I have a website, myersultimatelife.com. You can find me on. So on Twitter, I'm Myers Ultimate Life. Although all those things is how you can find me. Yeah.
Mhm.
So, and I answer this. I answer text messages. I answer DMs. I'm not good at voicemail, so I'm not even gonna lie to you about this whole voicemail thing. That is, I won't even lie to you about that voicemail thing because it
Right.
just gets to be a bit too much sometimes. I'm like, oh yeah, I don't know if I can do all that, but yeah,
That's too funny. I'm grateful for you. I'm grateful how we connected. Uh, and I'm grateful for you entrusting me to be a part of your journey, because you have ensured on many occasions that I have been enough
yes,
already
yes.
to assist you in your journey. And so I'm grateful and I publicly appreciate you and your family in that. For those of you who need to connect with Tanya, please do so. She is real. She's
All
relatable.
right.
Yes, and just is infectious with her smile and her laugh. She's that way all around, whether she's in person or in online. And so, I encourage you to reach out. I encourage you to purchase the book. I encourage you to make sure that you are doing what you need to do in order for you uh, to heal and to grow and to be successful, because you don't have to go through this process by yourself, and you are enough already.
You are. You are. All of us are. All of us are.
Mhm.
And I'm just here to continuously drive that point home. You're enough already. Everything that God said He was going to do is already in you. and you're going to be able to manifest it and do what he said. He's not out there recreating nothing that's already been recreated. So we're not out here looking for the spooky stuff. We out here to do the work right now. He blesses the work of our hands, and we out here to do the work and to manifest the things that God has already promised and said that we were going to have, we were going to be. That's what we're here for.
That's it.
Put in the work. Put in the work.
Go ahead.
One thing that I've learned since I've been working with Dr. LaTrace, I'm gonna say this, everybody have all these excuses, right? So that's part of that self-doubt, negative self-talk. We have all these excuses.
Mm-hmm.
And Tracy laughs at me sometimes because I just be like, I just don't feel like doing it. I'm just lazy. I'm just procrastinating. I don't even feel like doing it right now. So I don't even have an excuse. Or she'll tell me, Tonya, and I'm like, you know what? You're right. There's no excuse. Let me just put my hand to the plow and make this happen. So,
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't, no excuses. It doesn't matter.
And even my husband, this is just a shout out to Dr. LaTracy and her work. My husband is even happy with the producing that I've done since I've started working with Dr. LaTracy, because he was like, you paid so much money for all these other groups and they were bootleg, they were bootleg. So she is worth every penny. Don't even think she's not. She's worth every penny and then some, because she will tell you what to do. Now, if you don't do it, that's your fault. That's your fault. That's your fault. That is not Dr. LaTracy's fault. And perhaps it was the same fault with the other programs. I don't know. I might not have been ready yet. But this time, I was ready. And I did my money, mindset, and manifestation the first time. And I produced the workbook. And I was like, okay, like when you watch a movie, sometimes the first time you watch it, you don't catch all the stuff, right? So I told the person, I'm going to go through this again, right? Because just in case I didn't catch something, I need to go back through this again to get the next nugget and all that kind of stuff. So I am a believer, we learn by repetition, we learn by repetition, we learn by repetition. So I got back in it, and I plan to work with her even more in the future to keep on going, because repetition, repetition, repetition. You're enough already. You're enough already. You're enough already. Go get my book.
The link is on the screen. Go ahead at bit.ly/living your ultimate life. Go ahead and grab the book. Reach out to Tonia and her group. And if you need any assistance, connect with us in Black Authors Rock community. We are rocking hard over there, making some amazing things happen. And I'm just looking forward to all the upcoming events, the online book fair, and our, I want to call it spring, but June is basically the beginning of summer, our Books and Brunch event. So you guys stay tuned, and we'll definitely be in touch. Keep rocking. Thank you, Miss Tonia, for allowing me to put you on the spot and push live. I love it. I love it. Yes. So you guys connect with us, and we will definitely be out here making strides, because we know we're enough already.
We're enough already.
That's it. All right. Have a great day.
You too.